The most important feature of comfort is getting a good fit on your shoes. I'm a size 8 medium, and that's what I'm going to fit into. It's very important to be measured and get the right footwear for your feet.
As a lady, if you don't cut your toenails right, or even a man, it can grow poorly. You have to cut them into a square for it to not give you an ingrown toenail.
A lot of shoes aren't designed for bunions, so they're straight. So there's a rubbing of that bunion area, which puts a bit of pressure.
Ladies, you're going to have to give up those heels, unfortunately. It'll make things a lot worse. Low or no heels is a lot better.
If you're standing up out of bed and it's painful to stand, it probably means that you have plantar fasciitis.
Welcome to the Comfort Walk and Talk, where every step towards comfort is a step towards a healthier you.
We're your hosts,
Jeff
Allanah
and Ben.
Together, let's transform our lives from the ground up.
Welcome back to another episode of the Comfort Walk and Talk. My name's Ben. I'm going to be leading you through this one today. We're with Jeff and Allanah as well.
Hi, Ben.
Yes.
Hi, guys.
G'day. So today we are talking about the Podiatry Corner, which is a new program we have running over at the Comfort Co, where we have professionals, podiatrists coming in to talk about your common everyday footwear conditions. Over at the Comfort Co, we want to make your foot conditions better. We want to alleviate those pains and give you the world of comfort that you've been looking for. And to get that information, it's probably a bit better to get that from a professional rather than me, because I know sort of what I'm talking about, but there are people that know it a lot better. So to launch that's over on our website now. We have a couple of topics going, everything from your bunions to calluses to flat feet and things like that. We're going to have a crack at running you through a couple of these topics and what we know about them before diving into what more the podiatrists know about them and why you should kind of learn there. So, all right, should we jump in?
Yeah, choose one.
So we jump in. All right, we'll start at the top and talk about bunions. Now, Lani, tell us what you know about bunions. Before you read it off your sheet there, what do you know?
So it's from your big toe and it sticks outwards and it causes pain. Is what I know.
Someone went to podiatry school. Have a go at it.
From a shoe perspective, you're looking for some nice stretchy material around the bunions or some padding to make sure that it's more comfortable for you.
Marvelous. Anything to add there, Jeff?
Probably.
I think it's pretty nailed, but I think what I understand is sometimes it's the type of shoes you wear too. A lot of ladies particularly wear narrow sort of dress shoes, and that can cause bunions where your toes sort of pushed inside a bit. But I agree with you that from a footwear perspective, we try and design a lot of products that have a bit of a stretch around the bunion area.
Or have an opening around the bunion to sort of,
fit the strap.
Yeah.
So you think it's that old trend, but a couple of decades ago now, I don't think it's a trend anymore of your women trying to fit into shoes that are 2 sizes too small. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's still around, but definitely there's more of a push towards casual fitting shoes, especially in the last 10 years. Fit has become a much, more important aspect. Fly around my mouth.
I mean, I know there are operations. I know there's surgery on bunions and all that, but I'm told that it can be done, but I'm told that at the end of the day, often they come back. So the key thing is, again, the sort of footwear you're wearing.
And there's bunion braces and there's tools that you can put in your shoes to spread. I mean, the main thing is your big toe pushes in a lot when you have a bunion, so spreading out that big toe can alleviate a lot of the pressure and the pain.
So the bunion is when the big toe goes over the second toe, right? And that kind of pushes.
I think that's what happens with the big toe, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it sort of goes, the big toe goes inwards and it can reach the second toe or it can go over it, but it goes inwards. So that causes that sort of bulge on the side.
Sounds painful.
Yeah, it's probably painful because of the rubbing. A lot of shoes aren't designed for bunions, so they're straight. Yeah. So there's a rubbing of that bunion area, which puts a bit of pressure on the
especially women's shoes. They tend to be a lot more slim fitting than what is needed.
And I guess this is one of the advantages, back on the Podiatry Corner, one of the reasons that we set it up was because we deal with thousands of podiatrists. So they're continually telling us things about the foot that we should consider in our footwear. Yeah. So and obviously as bunions happen a lot of times. So, that's one of the really positive reasons is that we're starting to share those thoughts with our customer base.
And we do recommend, if you do have a bunion or a suspected bunion, to go see a podiatrist. Yeah, because they're the experts that will help you with that.
And on the Podiatry Corner too, we badge all the articles, so, with the podiatrist that's actually written the information. So there's a reference point, and you can contact, that podiatrist if you so choose as well.
Yeah. So it's not just me Googling stuff and translating it to a page. It is an actual professional. It is someone with years of experience. It is someone who really knows what they're talking about, really short, really succinct. And then we have a couple of things that we can do to help in there as well.
Yeah.
So on those recommendations that we do, Ben, we actually ask the podiatrist to sort of read that and approve those recommendations too, don't we, from any footwear we provide or anything.
Yeah. So just jumping on to what our podiatrist is, Sophie. She's actually been a guest on the podcast a couple of times. Soph, if you want to go back and listen to those episodes, she's great. She really does. I think she has done one specifically on bunions, right? But an episode on bunions.
Yeah, and Jason's doing them as well. Isn't he?
Jason's doing a couple as well. But if you are a podiatrist that happens to be listening now and you are the absolute master of your domain on any topic that you like, that you would like to get across to your customers, to our customers, and just basically be the authority force on that, please feel free to get in contact with us. We would love to have you on as a guest blogger, maybe even as a podcast guest at some point. But yeah, just get in touch with us, and we have to do it. We'll leave some notes on how to do that in the episode notes.
Actually, I've got example of that. I've got I'm looking to get someone who's involved with elite sports teams. In terms of some of the rugby teams and all that.
That's a bit of fun.
So, it'll be interesting to see some of the sporting podiatry needs.
Yeah,
and that's a good
lovely.
example for everyone. Just specialties are what we really want to hear about.
So just what we're looking at from the Podiatry Corner as far as bunions go. For bunion-friendly footwear, you are looking at wanting to get footwear with a wide toe box that's made from soft, flexible material. Ladies, you're going to have to give up those heels, unfortunately. It'll make things a lot worse. Low or no heels is a lot better. Good arch support, a cushion sole, adjustable straps or laces, orthotic friendly, if that can help as well. You can unload a bit of the pressure there onto those, and no seams near the bunion. And so if you're looking for a good place to start with that, the brand that we have in-house is Revere, which would be with a bunch of bunion-friendly footwear. You put these on, you won't get that rub anymore. You'll absolutely love it. Any specific? There's
so the Miami for a sandal, because it allows the bunion to rest in between the straps. Or we've got the Timaru as a shoe. It's got a nice neoprene. So if you see neoprene
and
on any
as well.
on shoes, so Naples as well, that means that it'll be bunion-friendly.
Exactly.
love that.
And just good leather, good soft leather. That'll stretch. That's the key thing.
Yeah, a good quality shoe, like all the ones available on the Comfort Code.
Comfort Code.
Thank you very much. All right, so would you move on to our next topic then?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, calluses. We started with Lani last time. Jeff, tell us what you know about calluses.
What I know about calluses is that when your footwear or your insole on your footwear means that you've got rubbing parts of your foot, where you're not full you're not covering the whole foot, then basically you can develop calluses, which is just thickening of the skin or the there, and it can create a bit of a thicker spot there, and that's what a callus is. That's what I understand.
Is it painful? Because I think I've had calluses, but
I don't believe it's
painful.
painful. It's just it just develops this really thick,
area.
bit of skin, all that.
And so that's what you would get. We've got those
Like a
pharmacy
blister,
things that would shave off.
Yeah,
as sexy as that sounds, but it would shave off the calluses. Yeah. Okay,
and,
cool.
And so that's what I understand them to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know it doesn't really look like it these days. It used to be a bit of a gym junkie. I know calluses well on my hands there. Yeah. It's been a while, but So is it a similar kind of thing on your feet? So if you get your rubbing the wrong way, that's
Yeah,
that will
I think it comes from poor. I think Jeff said it as well, poor fitting footwear.
Yeah.
So if it's
soles,
rubbing on your foot,
and where you're not necessarily getting cushion the whole foot, so having pressure points as well on your bottom of your foot as well.
Yeah, sure. Probably need an Atrex scan to work out your pressure points.
Nice arch support.
Absolutely. And so with those ones, it is those ill-fitting shoes that will cause you callus the most. So as far as the Comfort Code goes, we actually last episode spoke to Larry, who's the CEO of Atrex. If you happen to be around one of our stores, where's the stores located?
We are in Greensborough and Marrickville, and in February we'll be in Southgate in New South Wales and Corrimal in New South Wales.
Plus we're in Singapore as well.
And we are in Singapore.
And Singapore, to our Singaporeans listening. If you happen to be around any of those spots, please go get your foot scanned. You'll get the best fitting pair of shoes that you have ever had. And those calluses will be no more. They'll pretty much sort themselves out. But
Actually, just on that point, you'll see a lot of our topics as we go through them. There's a common theme of
Fitting,
or
yeah.
arch support or cushioning. And again, it's funny that our whole DNA of the company is on those principles, all driven from the podiatry community.
Yeah.
This is some of the reasons why.
Yeah.
believe it or not, that's why we do what we do is a lot of these topics. So you can kind of see the jump. We work well with podiatrists. We make shoes that your podiatrists are going to love
And recommend.
and we'll sort a lot of these problems out. So so just pretty much orthotics or innersoles can redistribute that plantar pressure. But if you have your calluses, go see your podiatrist. As a little stopgap now, get yourself a pair of insoles and help unload that pressure. All right, we'll go right back. Next topic. Corns. Lani, let me know.
I think these are painful.
Yes, they are.
So they're little,
Confirmed.
little things under the skin that if you press them, they're painful, right? And I don't know where they come from, and I don't know how to get rid of them. I think you have to go to a doctor or a
It
podiatrist.
is caused by a dense thickening of centralized dead skin.
Wow.
Just keeping on that real sexy vibe here at the Comfort Walk and Talk. What we're really going for here, and is typically caused by excessive pressure and, surprise, surprise, ill-fitting shoes.
Whoa.
There you go. There's a bit of a theme to this one, isn't it?
It's funny. Larry did say, from Matrix, that the most important feature of comfort is getting a good fit on your shoes.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
It's funny, but people wouldn't really know that too much. That's not common knowledge.
I'm a size 8 medium, and that's what I'm going to fit into.
And feet change. And feet change. Even for me, during my 2 pregnancies, my feet have got wider.
Yeah.
So I find that I've had more foot problems.
You like it being said that you've got wide feet?
I don't like.
You don't?
I don't like having
be
wide
so
feet,
careful.
but it's just a part of life. But yeah, I found that I've had more foot problems since having wider feet. So you do have to adjust your footwear and adjust your expectations when your feet have changed.
Yeah. So again, it's very important to be measured and get the right footwear for your.
Absolutely. And if you don't happen to be near one of our stores, you can actually go onto our website. Any of our product pages for any shoe, you can look for the size right icon on there. But just a warning, you do have to be on your mobile to do this and follow the steps there. I believe that's by Atrix as well, isn't it?
By Atrix. It doesn't do a 3D scan, but it does it gives you an accurate measurement of length, which is important at least. So you're going to get an 8.
So it's not going to be the same as going into a store and jumping on one of those scanners, but you will get a pair of shoes that fits from the jump. And if you don't, we can't guarantee it ever, but if you don't, we do have a really great returns policy. So you can send those shoes back absolutely free of charge within 30 days. And go and get your freshies if they don't fit. But if you do your size right, they probably will. So you can get rid of a lot of those kind of conditions that we're talking about here. Ingrown toenails. Who was up? Was it Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff.
Jeff,
Well,
tell me about ingrown toenail.
What I understand from ingrown toenails is that it's often caused by an injury or a stubbing your toe. So it's probably one that's not so much caused by incorrectly fitting shoes or insoles.
I think it is.
Believe it or
Is
not,
that right? Am I wrong? Well, that's good.
it's one of the causes.
then
It
come
can
to
be,
comfort
yeah.
code.
It's the pressure. So your toenail grows into your skin because
it?
of the way that the shoe is pressuring your
Okay.
foot. Also, if you don't cut as a lady, if you don't cut your toenails right, or even a man, it can grow
Okay.
poorly. You have to cut them into a square, I believe, for it to not.
right.
I just remember when I had ingrown toenails when I was a kid. It's an ugly little operation when they get the little tweezers.
Have you ever tried removing it yourself? Have you ever tried removing it yourself?
The
No.
little tweezers. And
Painful.
Yeah, not fun at all.
So very common, and most people would have had one.
Yeah. It's I'm a nail biter myself, so
Okay.
it's a terrible habit.
toenail
Not a toenail biter.
Not a toenail. I've been doing yoga. So
This is unhinged.
the benefits, I can bite my tonails. So,
This must be a special
picture
community.
Picture it. Listeners, picture it. We'll move on, hey? We'll move on. But that's one of the causes of it is biting your nails. Let's move on from that. Is your ill-fitting shoes, but you can just be the shape of your nails. You can be more inclined to getting them. Any acute trauma, that's what you were saying. So if you stub your toe, you can lose your nail, things like that. Repeated trauma, if you're a runner and you run a bit funny, smack your feet
I guess tight-fitting shoes at the front there.
Tight-fitting shoes, get those good running shoes.
Yeah.
Warm, moist environments such as sweaty feet and soft skin
Gold Coast
can cause them as well.
Gold Coast,
Yeah, absolutely. Get a pair of your vitality thongs, let those little toots breathe. And you sort that out.
We'll get you that on a T-shirt.
Let the toots breathe. Guys, catchphrase.
So basically,
anyone?
So basically, with ingrown toenails, you really should go and see a podiatrist.
100%.
Yeah, I'd say
and not necessarily do your own operation.
I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't.
It can really hurt. You can make things a lot worse.
Yeah.
I know from experience. Not fun.
And make sure you have well-fitting shoes.
And do we have that? Do we have the network of podiatrists up on our website yet, or is that going?
That's coming. That's coming. Yeah.
So we want to make it easy for people to find their podiatrist and all that.
I'm giving you an easy one here, Lance. It is one that we talk about a lot, and it's one that we have had on this podcast before, is plantar fasciitis.
And fed well.
Yes.
You've learned.
So the plantar fascia is on the bottom of your foot. It's tissue. And so when you get pain along the plantar fascia, that is called plantar fasciitis. And it often happens first thing in the morning. So if you're standing up out of bed and it's painful to stand, it probably means that you have plantar fasciitis. And I know from experience that a really good insole with some really good arch support helps alleviate that because it stretches the plantar fascia. And that's what you want to do, is you want to stretch that plantar fascia. Sort of like stretching your muscles. You know, when you're going to the gym, you want to make sure that you're stretching the plantar fascia to alleviate the pain.
Yeah. And so overpronation can make it a lot worse. That's that rolling in. If you don't have your alignment right, it can make things a whole lot worse. So just you say it's first thing in the morning as well. So, around the house, if you do have your plantar fasciitis, if your heel's sore in the morning, chances are we have slippers with arch support. If you want to just chuck those in first thing in the morning, get that relief straight away, it's probably a good place to start. Yep. Again, I would be getting to the podiatrist as soon as possible. Just go turbo with it. But, we do have those solutions in there as well. So we actually have on the Comfort Co website is a plantar fasciitis bundle that you can get right from the jump. So that has your vitality thongs that I talk about all the time because I absolutely love them from Vitasol. They are unbelievably comfortable. I cannot recommend them enough. So those come in it, as well as some compression socks from your OS First. So this basically can turn any shoe, whatever you're wearing, you put this sock on and that supports your arches, everything you need for your plantar fasciitis. And it comes with an insole as well, I believe.
Yeah.
No,
compression is super important. And there is a product called the plantar fasciitis sleeve, which is where we would, probably recommend in conjunction with your podiatrist that you start. So that can be worn overnight because there's quite a solution called a night splint, I believe. So that's quite a bulky thing for someone to have to wear overnight. So a sleeve is easy to put on and you can wear that and you can step out of bed sort of pain-free in the morning. And then we have the socks that you can wear during the day as well. So, no, it's a really good solution.
One thing just to expand for our customers, we talk about the morning and why the morning, and it's actually because if you wake up in the morning, it's like if you haven't stretched in going to the gym, right? If you wake up in the morning and you hop straight out of bed, what tends to happen is if you don't have an arch support or a slipper with an arch, or in Singapore they call slippers flip-flops, because they don't actually wear slippers there. It's more the flip-flop. But you don't wake up and put that on. What you do is you'll go straight away, your foot will go flat, you'll roll in, and that will immediately tear that plantar. And if it's unwarmed up, that's what causes the tear. And it's re-injuring the same spot every time.
Isn't there people use frozen bottles or something as well? It's sort of like a cold therapy.
It's an exercise. It's an exercise.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it's sort of like icing an injury. You would use roll your arch over a frozen bottle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons why we say all the time that, podiatrists will do really strong prescription arch supports or orthotics, they call them, where they really make it fit your foot exactly. But, even we have a lot of over-the-counter arch supports, and generally any sort of arch support will help. It won't be perfect, but it'll help in terms of this condition. And obviously, if it continues, if pain continues, then you should always go to your podiatrist, which, again, with our directory of podiatrists on our website will be very useful.
100%. And Sophie also talks here about, the use of shockwave therapy. So a lot of
What is the shock?
It's the device that
Oh, that's right. Pumps in a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably can't, probably not.
yeah.
But so, and podiatrists have that in their clinic.
Okay.
And so you can get some really good therapy from podiatry.
Cattle prod.
I've actually had it. I've had the shockwave therapy done on me at a conference. It's
Right.
intense.
Is it painful or?
Just intense.
It is.
Yeah, just a really weird feeling, I can
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah.
Pump.
Yeah.
Straight at the bottom of your foot too, though. Yeah. That's better than your morning coffee, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. We should have a shockwave machine here.
Therapy. Set one up on the stairs on the way up to the office. Thank you very much.
There you go.
One of the funny things about plantar fasciitis, though, being in this industry for so long, is just the way people talk about it. When your customers ring up, go, I got plantar.
That's a fasciitis.
Flash.
It's one of the hardest words to say. So
It
let's
is.
all have a go. Explain. Plantar fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis.
Fasciitis.
Can you say fasciitis?
No.
No.
That's wrong.
But basically,
It's a mess.
plantar fasciitis is, code, or the outcome is heel pain.
Yeah.
That's really what happens with it.
Well, so we're monstering through these topics. We got a couple more to go.
Okay.
Jeff, the next one is for you. Tell me all about Athlete's Foot and not the shop.
Yeah, not the chain of shops in Australia.
I feel like you'd be better at telling us all about those, but let's talk about the condition.
Athlete's foot, as it's named, is a condition that I know that when runners, they get a lot because, they're generally running in sneakers, socks, gets really warm and, it gets sweaty and then,
So it's sort
things
of like
happen between your toes.
breeds bacteria. and
Bacteria and all that and breeds stuff between your toes. So I know that, obviously I've been a runner in previous lives. I don't run so much now. In fact, I walk. It's about it. But I know that. So basically there are lots of treatments out, but I do recommend, obviously, there's good powders and so forth.
Yeah.
But just dry it up, and because if you allow it to happen, it's very hard to heal.
Yeah.
It'll start peeling the skin, and it becomes a bit unpleasant and itchy and all that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something that you don't want to just let happen.
So with Athlete's Foot, it's also known as tinea. I didn't know
Tinea.
that
Okay, that's
tinea
right, yes.
was Athlete's Foot. and
I thought that was an
vice
ear
versa,
problem, but anyway,
So
that's tinnitus, isn't it?
tinnitus, yeah. It's that ringing in your ears, isn't it? It's tinnitus, yeah. So we don't have anything specifically to treat your Athlete's Foot. You're going to want to go and get over the counter at a pharmacy is some Caniston or Dactarin is the other one there as well. Just make sure you keep your feet as clean and washed and dried thoroughly as possible. If you have sweaty feet, chances are that's kind of contributed to it as well. So just change those socks regularly while you're infected to stop it from getting any worse. Don't wear shoes that are too tight. Back to the thing.
Comfort Co. We do have products.
We do. So yeah, that's I was getting there is we don't have necessarily products to make it better, but we do have products to not make it worse. Sort of thing. Preventative, yeah. So one of them is, we talked about it before, is your OS First socks. So all of them are antimicrobial.
Yep.
They all have like antibacterial properties in them. They won't get rid of the bacteria, but will help stop it from spreading within your socks. As well is that, as we said, those good fitting shoes. So jump on our website, get your size right properly, get a pair of shoes that fits. And that'll help it not get any worse. But then go ahead and get down to the pharmacy as well, get that sorted out. Okay. Oh, we have a toughie. Who's feeling confident?
I think it's my turn.
It's your turn, Lani.
Yeah.
There you go. Tell me about Morton's neuroma.
Wow.
I can't tell you about Morton's neuroma.
Can't tell.
I'm going neuro, so some sort of nerve pain in your feet. That is my best guess.
I think you've missed your calling, mate. Some of your explanations here. You're born to be a podiatrist, and you stuck it. You're
I just work in
podiatrist
shoes.
adjacent.
Yes.
I mean, this is one of those ones where, I always say when I'm asked that question, I'm not a podiatrist.
Clearly.
I think you're right though. Something to do with the third and fourth toe, and it's probably due to ill-fitting shoes as well, potentially.
Yeah, believe it or not.
So Ben, go to the horse's mouth.
Yeah, Morton's neuroma. It is a interdigital neuroma between the third and fourth toes. You call it there as well, and it is at a trapped nerve in between those toes.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Believe it or not, tight-fitting shoes. Who would have thought?
Okay, so I read here that people commonly complain of a burning or tingling sensation. I have been complaining of that, so I might have Morton's neuroma.
Well, then you need to go and consult a podiatrist.
But I have well-fitting shoes, so I cannot put it down to that.
The heiress to the Comfort Co fortune. You'd want to, wouldn't you? Come on now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so these again is caused by those ill-fitting footwear or poor biomechanics there
Okay.
too. So if your biomechanics is essentially just the way that you walk. So if you have your flat feet or things like that, and you roll in, as we say, with pronation, yeah.
Yep.
That can cause issues with the way that the rest of your body walks there as well. So if you're off from the jump, then your knee will be off, your hip will be off, your back will be off, and that puts a lot more pressure on that at that point where you're hitting the between the third and fourth toe, and can cause that nerve to get trapped, and basically for you to have a really rubbish time. So neuromas, the Morton's neuromas can be you can offload a lot of the symptoms with your podiatrist. So that would be a case of getting a specially made custom orthotic.
Yep.
Our orthotics that we have could be a good starting off point if things aren't that bad. But if it's a little bit painful, go and take it seriously. Go see your podiatrist. Go and because if it's really bad, you might have to get that nerve removed, which pretty hectic. So
Or a cortisone injection.
or cortisone injections as well, which is also pretty hectic there too. But
So one of the questions or things for our consumers on this is that if you're reading one of our articles or our Podiatry Corner articles and you got questions, then you can always provide feedback, and we can actually pass it to the podiatrist and get some direct feedback for you as well. So I think because we're very interested to make sure that these read very simply for you.
Yeah.
You've got to read in your language and not and give you some information that's helpful.
So the way that we've kind of laid it out on the website there as well is we've had the podiatrists do their rundown. They give, what the condition is, how it's treated, how, things to look out for, symptoms and things like that. And then I've taken that and broken it down into 2 sentences, really quick, really simple.
Provided the quirky bin.
That's what it is, and this is how to do it. And then different solutions that we provide as a company to help you out with that condition as well. So,
Exactly.
So next one here, Jeffo, you're up, mate. Plantar warts.
Plantar warts.
Plantar.
We discussed calluses.
And corns.
All right, so it's on the bottom of your foot because plantar's on the bottom of your foot, and a wart is caused by a virus, I believe. So it probably comes from some sort of maybe it's a bit of it's been passed on.
Like a genetic,
Genetic to you. So there are treatments for that. I don't know. I don't think it's caused so much by ill-fitting shoes in that case, but maybe
Let me check.
Let me check.
No, it's a virus and it's contagious.
Yeah,
It is contagious.
So maybe it's one thing if you've got plantar warts, you don't go to the shower in the gym.
Yes, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Or you put a sign up saying plantar warts here.
Well, the virus needs a portal of entry.
Yeah.
So dry or cracked skin or a
Okay.
lesion or a cut, maybe by poor fitting footwear,
Okay.
can increase the chance of plantar
And
wart.
dry, or we do have some product for dry skin,
Yes, there you go.
cracked skins.
Yeah, it's called the Calisam
Calisam
Mousse.
range, yep.
It's non-greasy. It's a very good product.
Yeah.
And that can prevent the dry skin that may lead to a plantar wart.
Does it say anything that do they look different to corns?
They're commonly confused.
Yeah,
with
are they?
corns, Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not painful, are they? Or
They can be.
They can be,
depending
alright.
if it's on a pressure spot or not.
okay. So it's probably one of the reasons why that when you get like a callus or like you're not sure, you should go and see a podiatrist again.
Yeah, definitely go see a podiatrist. And I think from memory, well, from when I was a kid, they freeze them off, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, liquid nitrogen.
Liquid nitrogen. There you go.
Yeah, straight off. They do have over-the-counter solutions that you can get as well. So
Okay.
if you get to your pharmacist, that's the one that they all recommend, because the freezing off or the surgery, as it sounds, pretty painful.
Yeah.
So if you can sort out those topical over-the-counter ones first there as well, then I would do that. But one thing that you are going to want from us with these ones as well is to prevent it, or to prevent spreading it, is a pair of thongs that you just do not want to take off. So I harp on it again, believe it or not. Does anyone know what I'm going to say here? Venus of Vitality! So, these bad boys, I will tell you what. You're going to want to
take off and not share.
Not take them off, not share. They're also made of EVA foam, so you can get them wet in the pool deck, take them to the gym shower. Not get any warts on your feet, which...
Yeah, so recommend wearing them in the shower. Things like that.
Or just everywhere. Just never take them off. Wear them in bed, just in case.
Ben does.
That's good.
We do have a couple more topics to go over, but we have run out of time on this one. So if you do want to learn a bit more about what we got, your lesser toe deformities, so things like hammer toes, mallet toes, claw toes, things like that, or your fallen arches, which is your flat feet, head over to the Comfort Co blog. All of the blogs are written with Podiatry Corner. There will be more coming. Again, if you are a podiatrist and you would like to write something for us, you get your name, get your face on there. We'll link to what podiatrist you're from and pretty much set you up as the expert of whatever it happens to be that you're the expert of. So get a little bit of authority in that. And
let me jump in there and just say that, basically you can see by the type of the talk, we're not experts in this stuff, in terms of these podiatry issues. We recommend strongly you talk to your podiatrist, but what we're trying to do is pass their message to you, and so you've got that information.
It's just a good starting off point. As you said, we have a network of thousands of podiatrists, and we're always learning new things about feet and about the technology and different conditions and how to treat those conditions. We put a lot of that into our designs for our footwear, but it's just getting that information to you in a way that is simple, that is... Because, I don't want to spend my spare time reading over all sorts, but if we can keep it simple, keep it easy, then that helps you out as well. So, but yeah, that's all the time we have time for today. So yeah, head over to the Comfort Co blog, check them out, and we will see. Where
is that? It's at the bottom of the website.
Flick right down to the bottom of the website. A little blog button there.
We are going to put a little bit of an icon on the website. I think.
It's all starting stages now, but it'll be big and bad before you guys know it. Maybe by the time this episode launches, who knows?
thecomfortco.com.au.
Comfortco.com.au. Check it out. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us on the Comfort Walk and Talk by the Comfort Co. If you like this episode and you got something out of it, we would love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Don't forget to subscribe on your favourite channels and never miss a step on your journey to comfort.
Please follow us for more insights and updates on the Comfort Co social media channels. Until the next episode, see you later.